I will honestly never ever forget May 2022 when my son, my baby, my sweet little boy was diagnosed with autism. We were sitting in that meeting and the doctor or psychologist was like, boom, your son is diagnosed with autism. Here's this evaluation. Here's a 24-page report. Go have at it and good luck to you. And basically, that was it. And so first of all, I cried in that meeting. And that man, he just was like, okay, I got another client coming, whatever. And so from there, I feel like my life just completely shifted and I had no idea what to do. Now, mind you, I am a social worker. I feel like I am the most resourceful social worker I have ever met. And honestly, even with all the resources, referrals, and knowledge that I have, nothing could have prepared me for the day I found out that my child had autism. And so from there, I started to sit back and I'm like, okay, I took a few days to sit on the side of my mountain. That's what I like to call it. When I'm really going through something, I tell myself I'm gonna sit on the side of my mountain for 3 days, and on that third day, we about to go conquer some stuff. Okay, so I'm sitting on the side of my mountain. I get my mind right, and then I come back and I'm like, okay, this is what's really happening. Now, before, of course, we all have heard of autism, but when that's not a part of your life story, it's like it's there, but you really don't know too much about it, right? And so that was me. I knew autism was a thing. However, I knew nothing about it. Honestly, it was nothing that I ever thought I needed to know. And so it wasn't anything that I was like, okay, I'm familiar with this. And so on that journey, I just ended up getting to a point where I was so frustrated with the fact that I'm going from this place to this place and doing this evaluation and these services and stuff like that. And I felt like I began to pour from an empty cup because it was just so much, like so much going on. And like I said, people using all these different jargons and everything. And it's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what my child's life is supposed to look like. And then y'all just steady giving me papers. You're giving me evaluations, and stuff like that. And so from there, I decided to take advantage of the fact that I am a social worker and I had been working with children with behaviors in the foster care system. So I've been providing foster care services. So I had to shift my entire life around to focus on early intervention because that was not my life. And so I became an early intervention social worker about 2 months after my son was diagnosed. And at first, I was scared. I was like, I knew I qualified for that particular position. However, I was nervous because I was also going through my personal journey. And what I realized from that is that mattered even more than any credentials, any degree, and different things like that. And so not only was I able to learn how to help myself, but I was able to bring people along that journey and become a parent coach for other parents who may be experiencing the same thing. And so that was 2 years ago. And this year, I really started to look at the fact that there are so many other parents who are just like where I was, where it's like, I don't know what service my child needs. One thing that I figured out is they're going to throw a bunch of stuff at you. Just because they throw it at you doesn't mean you have to do it. At one point, I was feeling parent guilt, like, okay, I need this service. And if I don't, I'm going to be a bad parent. And that did not make me a better or worse parent. What made me a good parent was being able to say, like, okay, this fits and this doesn't, and saying no even to service providers. And so I just learned that it's just so complex. And so out of my own frustration with not understanding what's going on, I created Empowered Parenting podcast, Empowered Parenting Planner, and Empowered Parenting Academy so that no other parent has to go through that struggle of trying to figure it out on their own. I felt lonely. Even times where I've had to, where in the beginning I went to the grocery store and I was embarrassed because there's people staring at me. I don't know what to do with my child. My child is acting a fool in the grocery store, and now I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, what did I do wrong? So now as a parent, I feel guilty. I feel like, what did I do for my child for this to happen to my kid? And all these thoughts is just racing through my head, and I had to realize that it's okay. It's okay. This is my story. I'm sticking to it. But no, like for real, like I had to embrace the journey that I was getting ready to go on. And so now that I have been able to really sit back and own that and live that out, this is a little over 2 years later. Now I'm ready to give back to this same community that I know is struggling, right? Because I'm now coaching other parents through their journey, and I'm hearing the stories of embarrassment. I'm hearing the stories of regret, the anxiety. What's going to happen with my child? What is my child going to be? I don't want other people judging my kid, like family members falling out with relationships and stuff like that because of your child. And so, empowered parenting, I wanted to be that voice. It is that voice for parents to say, I'm taking my life back. I'm still going to live out my passions and my dreams and different things like that. And so, what you can expect on this channel is exactly what it is: empowerment. I want to empower you that you can still be the best version of yourself, and your child can be the best version of who they are. Also, there's going to be experts. We're talking all things autism services, speech, occupational physical therapists. I found some of the best people from all around the world who are coming to talk about what resources and tools they have. You won't have to. My goal is to make sure that this is a one-stop shop for you to get everything you need on your journey of being a parent of a child with autism. And so, just like I said, we're going to be breaking down all the terminology that's being used in the field that parents don't necessarily understand or know. I have BCBAs, RBTs, and you're gonna learn some of all of that too. So I may be saying some initials that you like, I don't even know what that is. We're gonna break it down as a professional in the field, and also as a parent, I get to see both ends of the spectrum. And so also with that, go ahead, get the planner. I would say get the planner now. Like, don't wait. The planner is available. I'm gonna put the link down below. The planner, Empowered Parenting Planner, is your 90-day jump start to getting this thing right, working this thing out, and getting yourself to a point. Because if you're not good, it's nothing you can do for your child. So if you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you're overstimulated, you are going to trickle that down into your kid, and we're not doing that no more. I've been there. We're not doing that no more. So go ahead, like I said, subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.